Shitty day. Well, not too bad of a day, but I'm looking at this EOS. Now, I am not a holder of EOS, people, but we got, just so people are aware, Fuzzy Panda. They are saying that they've uncovered multiple gas leaks of deadly hydrogen bromide. And why would executives tell Fuzzy Panda falsified financials for a DOE loan? We expect the DOE loan to be pulled and debt to be immediately due. If that ends up being true, I don't even know. I don't know what I would do if I was an EOS holder, because this Fuzzy Panda shit, they did the same thing to ASPI. But ASPI is doing fine. And since they did it to them, when did they do it to them? Back in November. This was when the Fuzzy Panda report came out about ASPI. And as you can see, it fucked them pretty good. Real good. It didn't fuck me, though, because I used the opportunity to buy more shares. ASPI, they're the last nuclear play that I think has yet to pop. And when they do, they will do it. And Fuzzy Panda did not affect them. Well, it did. But in the long term, Fuzzy Panda was not right. So, I don't know. People should do with EOS what they think. But I do know that Fuzzy Panda reports can crash things. So this was probably when the Fuzzy Panda report got released. Then everybody said, fuck it. I don't know. I really don't know. But other news, this was the Richtech news from the other day. Richtech Robotics is going to come out with a humanoid. They're going to name him Dex. He's going to be a mobile humanoid robot for real world work. I hope so. And remember, who shorted these guys? They said that all their robots came from China and they're just China pieces or whatever, which, I don't know. Even if that was the case, so what? China does everything better. But launched an American Robotics Data Initiative and plans eventual dataset licensing for U.S. physical AI development. That's an interesting little one there. I don't know. Wait, draws on data from 450 prior Richtech deployments and is accelerated NVIDIA, they love saying that, and Isaac Sim for Sim2 real training pipeline. Dex offers a 4-hour battery life in mobile mode, continuous 24/7 operation. We definitely want to start paying attention to this battery life thing for these robots and whatnot, because I see this get mentioned a lot. And I want to say that 4 hours might be on, I don't know, the lower end. No wonder they need the battery so much. Hopefully that... Going on to the next one, I was going to say plugs news, but Dex combines mobile AMR hardware with 2-arm manipulation and an explicit sim-to-real training pipeline accelerated by NVIDIA, creating a product designed for continuous factory use and faster deployments. The product claims 4-hour battery life, 24/7 mobile operation from a static base, modular end effectors, and a 4-camera vision stack. But Richtech looks like shit today. Damn. Richtech, they're a volatile one. There it goes. See, this is what my computer is doing, people. It's so slow lately. I don't know what's wrong with it. I hope I'm not being... One of my students said I could be being de-doxed. And then he said that no one would want to de-dox a teacher. But I don't know if anyone wants to de-dox that. Me, I don't know. That would be annoying. I don't know what it is. But Richtech highs get up to 7. I would just say they're on a dip. I think Richtech Robotics does it. It's definitely still a risky risk. But I think in the long run, they're doing a lot. I don't think they're a scam. I met the robot. I like Richtech. And then Plug Power had news that I think is excellent news. Excellent news for our sweet baby Plug Power. They're going to, this here, Plug Power and Allied Biofuels expand partnership in Uzbekistan to deploy up to 2 gigawatts of Gen Eco-PEM electrolyzers for landmark ESAF project. That's that sustainable aviation fuel everyone likes to talk about. And a global leader, Hydrogen Solutions for the Hydrogen Economy, announced the execution of a binding supply agreement with Allied Biofuels for up to 2 gigawatts of Plug's Gen Eco-PEM electrolyzer system. The agreement supports ABF's development and sustainable aviation fuel, electro-sustainable aviation fuel, and green diesel, with a final investment decision expected in the fourth quarter of 2026. I don't know. And a previously announced 3GW collaboration with Allied Green Ammonia in Australia. This supply agreement with allied biofuels brings the total contracted electrolysis capability between Plug and its allied partners to 5 GW across 2 landmark projects. I do believe. And then you had Plug CEO Andy. He was in Australia where he met with project developers and entry partners to advance additional hydrogen and liquid fuel opportunities. The signing represents one of the largest electrolyzer supply agreements announced in 2025, underscoring Plug's growing role in enabling large-scale renewable fuel production across the Central Asia region. See, just because America might not always like this green energy stuff doesn't mean that other parts of the world aren't going to like it. And I think Chris Wright will turn around on green energy. He says all energy is good energy, except for the wind ones. I don't know, on account of the whales. Partnering with Plug's world-class electrolyzer platform ensures we can achieve the scale, reliability, and performance our customers expect. I hope this works out well for Plug, except as of today, they do look like shit. I think they should look a lot better on this news, to be honest. Just a shitty market day. They're definitely on a down. I really think Plug can do a lot. And you had just recently, Plug powered skyrocket after H.C. Wainwright raised their price target by 60%. They foresee 137% upside by 2026, driven by hydrogen fuel cell potential despite cash flow issues and tech limitations. I don't know. They are cautious, but I think that their hydrogen fuel cell could be very useful in powering all this robotic shit. So, Plug, I'm a fan. And then, yeah. Ooh. And this news, I'm very happy about this news, so happy. We have New Era Energy partners with EYP MCF for Texas AI Data Center Project. And, wait a minute, if I go down here, Midland, Texas, Bobby announced Thursday that its joint venture with Sharon AI has formed a strategic partnership with EYP Mission Critical Facilities to advance in engineering and design for an AI data center project in Ector County, Texas. Again, Texas Critical Data Centers, the 50-50 joint venture, will work with EYP MCF to develop a 438-acre site near Odessa. The partnership will focus on delivering full site engineering and service design services, which initially include 400 megawatts of natural gas. The project aims to establish the Permian Basin. That's where NUAI has its helium and natural gas reserves as an emerging hub for AI infrastructure. I think they should. This partnership is a key milestone in accelerating our flagship AI data center project. People, I think it's great. I really do. And they're going to say that includes comprehensive site engineering, facility design, powered shell structures. I would really say the most important thing is the access to the actual energy. Makes it the vertical integrated model. I like that. Hyperscale tenants, flexible lease options, and accelerated deployment timeline. I'm hoping that this works out well. It brings over 25 years of team experience in data center strategy, planning, and design, having delivered over 70 million square feet of critically powered space worldwide. In other recent news, they had entered into a secured promissory note agreement involving $4 million loan. Well, that's not the best news, but if they're doing all this, the loan bearing an 18% interest rate is secured by a deed of trust on properties in Odessa and Peco, Texas, and is set to mature December 6, 2025. Additionally, the company announced the termination of its equity purchase facility, citing sufficient capitalization and no plans to sell additional shares under the facility. That would be really good. I knew they had withdrawn its preliminary proxy statement, which had proposed a significant increase in the authorized shares. So they are not doing that. And then they regain their compliance. People, it is the age of the data centers. We already know this, definitely. And so they had their decent day. Then that news came out. And then, well, wait, when did the news come out? But they started rising. I believe it was after that news, or maybe shortly after. I don't know. But they're on a tear, people, straight tear. Are they going to keep going up? I don't know. But the fact that they haven't dropped significantly after a friggin' rise from 40 cents, I think that's kind of crazy. And I just think these data center companies, I think they're going to be, because the other one is GPUs. GPUs also had news. They look like shit. Don't even want to look. Blah. And then, so this wasn't, this isn't an hour ago. I think this was like 2 days ago, I want to say, but is up 16%. Well, no, they're not, obviously. They had, no, I don't even want to look at that one. That one says, let's see. This is a little, they got up I was happy at that one. And then it dropped right back down. Wait. So they expanded Bitcoin mining and revealed major treasury holding. Recently announced the finalized an order for 2,000 Bitmain 221 Pro Bitcoin miners to expand the Michigan. This is what I really think is the value with this, is expanding its Michigan facilities, digital asset, and AI infrastructure. I like that a lot. And revealed a Bitcoin treasury now valued at approximately 68 million, about half its market capitalization as of late October 25th. So they're sitting on a bunch of Bitcoin. That's good, I could say. By building a dual purpose facility, that is what I like. I like a dual purpose. I don't like it to be just the Bitcoin or whatever, the crypto, because then when crypto starts to look shitty, so does the company. But that still is pretty much the case. But then the data centers are also good there. And positioning itself as a unique player at the intersection of digital asset accumulation and scalable AI computing. I'm hoping you need to believe in the bold pivot. Well, yeah, if you're betting on it. To move to massively expand Bitcoin mining capacity just as it's launching scalable NVIDIA GPU-powered AI solutions. I think that's a good one. Has clearly reinvigorated investor sentiment reflected in surging price action. I would like them to bring that back up to at least the 60-cent range, and then I'd be pretty pleased. If they go back to 60 cents, I don't know, plunge, bold. Some people don't always like the Bitcoin mining upgrade and the 100 million Bitcoin treasury strategy. That isn't always seen as good, but this I think is good. The 2000 S21 Pro units expect approximately 2 times the output. This was just from yesterday. So this was, I feel like GPU was GPUs, and I can't remember what I saw. Somebody said something, or I think it was that big thing that Canada, was it the Canada G7? They said that energy and this data centers are going to be incredibly important. So data centers are, I would say, a national security issue because you need the AI. Your country's going to be garbage. So I think GPUs could be a play. Of course, it's definitely risky and certainly volatile and very annoying, and they're not the same as NUAI. If NUAI, they have the energy, the helium. So this, I think NUAI is, but it's really on this rise. I guess we want to see when NUAI starts to go back down. I mean, I am one to say that stuff doesn't go down, but it has to go down. It has to. I want to say, I would assume we see $3 range with a rise like this. I assume maybe, I don't know if they keep coming out with news, because they have a long way to go before the place is going to be making money. So there's time to load up the NUAI, but for the GPUs, that's certainly on a down.